for the principal to arrive, and I'm Deepa, head of the English department. And on behalf of the Center for Mindfulness and Wellbeing, we welcome you all. I just wanted to draw your attention to the fact that what you're seeing on the screen is a photograph taken by our own ex-faculty, Mrs. Gauri Shivsagar, who is present here, and is on the advisory board of the center. And this is a picture she herself took of Kailash Manas Sarovar. So it's very special for us. So Kailash is blessing us. And we have, of course, our very, very esteemed guest, chief guest for today, Srimati Deepa Kodikal. And I'll just wait for the principal to arrive to begin my formal speech. Till then, you can enjoy Kailash Manas. A very warm and mindful and heartfelt welcome to all of you, especially our chief guest. We are truly blessed today to have our Minsas Srimati Deepa Kodikal, a self-realized spiritual teacher, and also with her is Rajaji Kodikal. He has also graced us with his presence, and of course I have to thank Principal Pednekar for being there. He's just flown in from Japan, and I'm really very, very grateful that the center has been blessed with his presence as well. I also welcome our special invitees. I can see our ex-faculty and wonderful singer, classical singer Neela Bhagwati here, and I see also former Commissioner of Income Tax, Mr. God. He will take a session later on, he has promised me, because he is also on the path in a big way. I also thank the faculty from other colleges who have come here, and of course our own faculty and also our young students. I welcome all of you, and we begin by presenting a memento to our chief guest. So I call upon Principal Pednekar to offer a memento to our esteemed guest, Srimati Kodikal. I will be giving a brief introduction to our chief guest, of course, but before that, I'd like our young students who have prepared some chocolates for Mr. Raja Kodikal and a card also. It's made by them. Okay, it is handmade. So here is Rishika, who has herself made the chocolates. Ramini and Rishika from FYP.
I won't share with you.
And Ramini has made a card for Srimati Deepa also. So here is a card which is handmade for her. We are here today to inaugurate the center, and of course Deepaji will inaugurate it for us. But let me give you a little brief what the center is all about and what is its purpose. Also, later on I'll tell you a little more about Srimati Deepaji. So to begin with, I represent my colleagues as well. We have Vatsala Pai, the head of the the philosophy department, Dr. Manjusha Gokte of the Sanskrit department, and Sanita Rao of the philosophy department. I keep calling her by her first name, maiden name. Okay, but what's in a name, as Shakespeare put it. Let us also welcome Minsas Gauri Shivsagar, ex-faculty of Maths department, who is on our advisory board, along with somebody from Pune, Dr. Deepa, who is a neurosurgeon. He couldn't make make it today, but he has agreed to help us out with our activities. Okay? So the Center for Mindfulness and Well-being, what is its purpose? We find today that we live a life of stress, and we need, I think, to address this need in students, because the curriculum does not take care of this need. We find that we are only dishing out concepts and ideas and providing professional skills in the classroom, whereas life skills are left out somehow. And then when we step out into the big bad world, sometimes we are not able to cope with the stresses that we face. So this is one of the purposes, to be mindful, to be self-aware, so that we are able to manage our negative emotions and to de-stress ourselves. And we are hoping to do this through various activities. First of all, we are not going to teach this. We are co-learners with you, dear students, because we all have to learn interpersonal skills. We all have to enhance our concentration, our creativity, and our basic well-being has to be enhanced. I wouldn't say any of us is qualified here to teach you anything. We are co-explorers, and this is a journey of self-inquiry. Okay? And therefore, I thought the best person to inaugurate our center is Srimati Deepa ji, who is a self-realized master, somebody who has mastered her mind and even gone beyond the mind, and has activated her intuitive powers and her spiritual powers. Okay? Not that she is one of those gurus who is going to show you any kind of gold things manifesting out of the thin air. She's not that kind of a guru at all, and you will realize this when she speaks. Okay? We are to use dance therapy, music therapy, bibliotherapy, that is using literature as a vehicle to create awareness about the sensitive aspects of life. And also then we are going to focus on Indian knowledge systems. This is something we felt was the need of the hour, because of the British influence. All our curriculum has a Western bias, and we thought that this country has done tremendous pondering over mindfulness and beyond. Okay? So we felt the need to probe and explore these domains, and therefore Sanskrit department will play a big role in exploring ancient knowledge systems. Philosophy and psychology departments too have their role to play. Okay? So of course all the other departments have also supported us. So many of the faculty are here. Computer science, they are doing dealing with artificial intelligence after all. Okay, so we have some meditators also among our faculty here. So that would be very supportive to our activities. We also have a research wing. Later on we hope to compare before and after what was the mental state and attitude of the students before the program and afterwards. Okay, and later on still when we have more support from the corporate, maybe we could even do some brain mapping. Okay, and the neurosurgeon will help us there to see if there are any differences, any changes in the well-being of the students concerned. That will be an experiment. So this is really a big new experiment we have launched, and I'm sure that we have everybody's blessings and everybody's best wishes for this enterprise, which is a learning experience for us. It's an experiment, but we are so very grateful that so many students from different domains have registered on their own, and more want to register. We have constraints of space, but still Professor Shivsagar says she's retired and we don't mind having 2 batches to deal with this problem. Okay. So with that introduction, I think we are ready to inaugurate the center, and I call upon our chief guest, Srimati Kodikal. I'll introduce her thereafter and she's going to speak. Okay, I'll give you a brief introduction. So here is a very symbolic kind of inauguration going on here. This is a role of a drawing my former guru, late Dadaji Gawan. I can't say former guru, he is always a guru. And he had written a book called Towards the Unknown, and this is a drawing from that book. Okay, and I call upon Srimati Kodikal to unroll it for us. Can you switch off the lights? The screen tells you, I'll tell you how it is symbolic, though of course you are creative enough to guess it. I, being a teacher, want to spell it out. That is our terrible habit. But let me do it for you. Do you see a door opening there? Yeah. And what is it? A door of face. Okay. And the outside world, you see the woman is stepping into her mind. And that's what mindfulness is all about. Becoming self-aware, conscious of your own mental mechanisms, trying to understand the nooks and corners, dark recesses of our own personality, and putting the flashlight on it so that we understand ourselves better. The center is going to try and explore our own strengths and weaknesses. And if you do this, the reward is there for you to see. The steps only lead upward towards a rainbow, and there are so many clouds, as Wordsworth said, trailing clouds of glory we come, and the doves of course stand for peace, and the rainbow is well-being as I see it. Okay, so we all thought that this was a very symbolic representation of the center for mindfulness and well-being. Okay. Do we have the lights again? Yeah, thanks. The book is there in the library if you want to see it. It's Towards the Unknown. It's the unknown, as you know, and it is dark and it is a spiritual adventure, as you will know from Deepaji's book. So thank you, Deepaji, for inaugurating the center, and now a little bit about Srimati Deepaji. Okay. Now I must thank first of all Saraswat, who is not there, thanks to whom I was able to meet Deepaji some 2 years ago, and it has been a wonderful 3 visits, I would say, with her, and that made me feel I have to call her to inaugurate. She is, as you know, a self-realized spiritual teacher, and that means we call them enlightened masters as well, because they've mastered their minds and they've gone beyond the mind, and thoughts are no longer ruling them. For us, we are the slaves of our own thoughts. Thoughts make us dance to their tunes, and here is someone who has, of course, mastered the mind and gone beyond. And she is the author of 3 books so far. I have read 2 of them. This is her first book, A Journey. Actually, no, the first book is this. The first book is Teachings of the Inner Light. This first one is this. 2005 it says. So, okay, she knows better. So here is A Journey Within the Self, a saga of spiritual experiences, and of course one of the purposes of the center is to build a library of books like these. So we've already acquired all 3 books that she has written. We'll also build up a library of audiovisual material. So we want to, with her permission, record her talk today and keep it for posterity. Okay, so this is a fantastic book. You must read it. It is a spiritual adventure. It's a roller coaster ride, as it were. You see, it's the journey into the unknown, which is dark, and it's not easy to travel through your own inner darkness. But of course, she has done it, and with her all along has been Rajaji. This book, I think, this one is dedicated to him. No, the other one is. Yeah, she calls Rajaji her husband and friend. What could be more beautiful than that? And if you read this book, you'll realize why she has said that. Because she has been very, very blessed to have all this happening to her as a gift from the divine, and because of the purity of her consciousness, things happened to her, and of course she responded to them, and she has attained the ultimate bliss that a human being can attain. Okay? So this one is like a spiritual adventure with lots of amazing things included in it. Okay? So this is her personal narrative. Then comes this other book, which is called, each book has a subtitle, okay, and a very succinct and very apt subtitles. Here is the title, Teachings of the Inner Light. It has a beautiful conch shell on it, and it says a blueprint for right living. This is the aim of the Mindfulness Center, to enable all of us to have right kind of living. I think we have a lot of misdirected thoughts which make us go in the wrong direction, and then we feel lost and threatened by the unknown. So I think we are very grateful. We are very blessed, Deepa ji, that you have written this for us. The blueprint is already in place, okay? And today she is herself going to show us the way. She is going to lead us into a small meditation as well. So, the third book, the latest is called Enlightenment is Your Birthright. And isn't that a wonderful message of hope? We, with all our foibles and frailties, have a lot of hope. That means it is our birthright, and we can be liberated. Liberated from what? Liberated from our own negative thinking, our faulty attitudes, and our, what shall we say, impurities. Okay? So, we are looking forward to reading this. I haven't read this myself, but this one is right on target. Not a word extra, not a word out of place, and it is so focused and so very beautiful. Mind you, she is a multifaceted personality. The English is wonderful, and of course the credit also goes to Radhaji, who has been her editor all along. And I didn't find a single mistake yet. The school, the English teacher always looks up. There is not a single error yet, and I'm sure there won't be any. Also, you see, she plays the sitar. She's trained in Indian dance and music, and we're going to have some music therapy here, dance therapy. So she is really extremely talented, and she has also written and directed plays. So English department has a lot to learn from her, even in terms of literature and theatre. Okay, and moreover, she paints. I have been to her place, and it's like a little museum there with a lot of paintings displayed. She's excellent at what is called ceramic art, and it's all very symbolic. You can keep looking at it and find new meanings out of the work of art. And the last is, of course, most interesting for you. I won't say last but not the least, because that's cliche and people will eat me up raw if I say it. So, the last thing is, she is very good at gourmet cooking, okay? And mind you, all 3 visits I paid were rewarded with wonderful, delicious goodies. And she doesn't let you leave until you have partaken of the goodies, okay? So, today she is going to dish out for us wonderful food for thought and reflection. So, thank you so much. Both of them are so beautiful, as people, and very compassionate, very loving, and very welcoming if ever you go to their place. Okay? So thank you very much indeed, Deepa ji, for being there with us. And now I request her to take over and speak. The topic she's going to address is the relevance of spirituality in student life. Okay? And before I leave the podium, I must thank the principal once again. It is his support, his initiation that gave me the courage, to form a committee and to take up this activity, which is again a spiritual adventure with lots of ups and downs. So thank you very much. Principal may have to leave, I think. No? Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. He has another commitment. These books, by the way, are available if you wish to buy them. They are outside available.
Hi, students, and namaskar to all the respected faculty members. It's so nice to see so many young faces, so many young people attending this. Reminds me of my own college days. It's nice to be with the youngsters because we get infused with the youth and the freshness and the enthusiasm for life. It's very nice. This life and this youth, this age is very important. Please do cherish it and make the best of it. And a few spiritual tenets, if you learn, you can make your life dynamic, happy, harmonious, and very creative. So do make the best of it, and I wish all of you a very, very bright future and all the best in life. This center has been named Mindfulness and Wellness. It's a very apt title because mindfulness is directly connected with wellness and with spiritual quest. It's the mind that has to be tackled in spiritual quest and in the wellness of the mind. So mindfulness is very crucial to understand. There are two types of wellness. One is of the body, one is of the mind. Body, everyone looks after because it hurts, it pains, it makes you dull and all that. But the wellness of the mind generally gets neglected. And that is what we are going to talk about today. Mindfulness is directly connected to, crucial to the wellness of the mind. So we will talk about mindfulness as well as the connection between mindfulness and wellness. If you really deeply think who's most important to you in life, you might say your parents, you might say your siblings, your friends, your guru, whatever. But if you really see, it's none of these, but you yourself. You yourself are most concerned about yourself, and you have to, in addition to all the other duties and roles in life, you have to be concerned about your wellness, about your well-being and your future. So again, mindfulness is a very apt title that you have chosen, and that will be the theme of my talk today. All of you must have heard of God particle. A few months back, it was very much in the news. The scientists have been for many years trying to find out what is the basic substance, the smallest, the subtlest substance of which the whole universe created. What is it that sustains it, holds it together? after many years of splitting the smallest and smallest and further smallest substance, recently they thought they have arrived at the basic particle with which the universe has been made, and they called it the God particle. And there was a lot of celebration about it. But this God particle does not explain our mind, our wellness. It only pertains to the matter. So the scientists also have to go a lot further to connect matter to the consciousness or to the mind. Although they found the God particle, they did not find God. So that was a basic difference between the scientists of today and our ancient rishis, who sitting in obscure caves, absolutely sacrificing everything, sitting alone in great hardship, they found God. What was that God they found? He was sheer energy, sheer power, consciousness, knowledge, and Anand. So much of power that in oozing out, in spilling over, spread out as various universes, universes upon universes. So much of energy that these universes, since billions of years, at a billion year more, will go on rotating and revolving on their own without any physical support, precisely, beautifully, most scientifically. So much of energy